What's up, guys? This is going to be another Warcraft replay here. This is actually going to be part of a series. Um, Man, the sound volumes appear to be pretty loud, but I'm almost certain I have not even changed the levels since the last time I cast, so I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I'm just a little sensitive to the noise today, so yeah, for now I won't change the sounds just because nothing is wrong. That is not the right one. Current resources, appropriate tab, and we already have some harassment coming in. So this is gonna be, let's switch over to the overlay. A best of 5, I think, best of 5. From, I don't know, it was a really obscure tournament from China. It is the, I'll call it the Mantou Cup, but obviously the translation's pretty literal when it comes to that, so it translated to Steam Bund Cup, being as this is most likely from China, and yeah, I'll just call it the Mantou Cup, hoping that that was the intention of the naming of this tournament. It doesn't really matter. It's actually a pretty big one when it comes to the sheer amount of games, because I believe all the series were best of 5. If not, like almost all the series were at least 3 games, which either indicates that it was really heavily contested with 2-1 best of 3s, or, you know, it was at least the best of 5. So this is one of them. Moon spawning in as the blue night elf in the bottom right. He is going to go for a demon hunter here. I was actually going to point out something about players falling from grace. Something that I probably wouldn't have talked about if I didn't do the nostalgia craft that I'm doing right now. Moon is one of them. Moon, I guess, you know, is doing impressively well when it came to, you know, just being out of the scene for a little while. I'm not sure if he's found too much success recently. I don't think he's actually, you know, won any major tournaments, but then again, like, major tournaments for Warcraft 3 is not that great in terms of numbers, so yeah, I don't really have anything to back that statement up, but that's just my opinion. And
under attack.
yeah, his opponent is going to be Infi, who is also, you know, one of those players who probably isn't as powerful as he used to be. I mean, I think I casted him twice out of 3 times so far in Nostalgia Craft, and yeah, like, he was one of the top names during those times, but yeah, recently he's kind of fallen a little bit from his normal performances. There was a Reddit post about it, talking about how Infi and Tho not really playing to their usual standards, been getting kind of outshone by 120 and Happy, I believe. And yeah, that just got me thinking that that's probably true. Yumiko as well hasn't really done all too well when it comes to tournament performance either, and that's a little weird. I don't know what the cause is, because, well, Warcraft 3 hasn't had a balance patch in such a long time. I don't even know if 1.28 was even a balance patch, because I actually haven't updated to that yet, so yeah, who knows. Demon Hunter is level 2, as well as the Archmage. Archmage did go for the Magi camp first, so that will be an extremely early expansion attempt here. Not even going for the Rock Golem camp for the, you know, gamble on the item. He is gonna have Boots of Speed, probably picked up from the Magi as well, because it's,
A player's forces are under attack.
Expansion and Boots of Speed. He probably can't afford both, so I mean, like, so soon. So that's most likely the item drop there. Overseer being taken down by the Demon Hunter, and he is hoping for a good item. Circlet, always a nice all-rounder item there. Can't complain about that. Moon has yet to go tier 2, so it seems like a possible Huntress opening, or just Huntress play. Can't really say opening because they force it. And I can't see a second Ancient of War, but this little buddy might actually turn into one.
A player's forces
guess
are
not.
under attack.
I think Moon is gonna go for an expansion as well. He is saving up those resources for that. What else did they talk about? Where is the Archmage? Archmage, running around, probably not doing too much, is chasing away a couple of just one huntress here. Might be able to get a kill on these peasants. Depends on if Moon can actually target well, and it seems like he will be able to, and nice. Get a free peasant right there. Just needs to be careful not to lose this huntress, because
Players' forces are under attack.
yeah, one peasant is probably not worth losing one huntress, so yeah, at least Moon did not forsake that huntress. You just need to be careful not to run into the archmage who is in her way. Yikes. Nighttime is still a thing, so she can go into the shadows if she needs to, but it seems like I guess the vision range wasn't enough for the archmage to spot the huntress. But either way, expansion, or at least the gold mine has been cleared out, so possible expansion attempt here already started. Hunter Soul is done, obviously. No second Ancient of War, so we are going to transition into Ancient of Wars most likely. Deep Tech is being started as well. Of course, Infi does have the slight advantage because he did get his expansion a lot earlier. I mean, he's already mining gold. He's mined about 1,000 gold already. Meanwhile, Moon has yet to start. Alright, let's switch over to population now that we are looking for a major fight here. Soul Berserker needs to be a little careful, no real way to save this guy, though he will most likely fall. Yeah, there we go. One swing for the equipment and was able to get the killing blow. And that will give level 3 to the Archmage. Level 2 Elementals, I believe this is a level 2 Elemental because of its just darker blue. Unfortunate. Unfortunate that the detonation didn't hit the Elemental, but you need to detonate all 3 with to actually fully kill that Elemental, I believe. So
forces are under attack.
Missed opportunity, but it wouldn't matter too much. He is able to save 2 of 3 of his wisps, so that's good enough, I guess. Pen of Energy, Brute Speed, plus 3 Agility, and the Scroll of the Beast. Seem not looking too bad in terms of items. Definitely better than the Archmage right now, who has pretty much welfare items. Brute Speed, TP Staff, all things you can buy from the shop. The only thing that you can't buy is, of course, the Gloves of Haste, which is not too useful of an item for the Archmage.
A town is under
so
siege.
Tier 2 is now done. Double Ancient of Laws being placed down here, I believe. Considering that there aren't many Huntresses on the field, that Infi is aware of, you know, the build order of Moon. 44 versus 37. Moon is slightly behind. Infi is looking for a possible attempt at, or just looking to try and cancel these tier 2 buildings, which might actually happen. Ancient of Wind gets taken down. Moon might be losing one of his Ancient of Laws. I don't know if he'll actually, he's just gonna lose all of his Ancient of Laws there. And a counterattack from Moon on the expansion. Doesn't look like it's gonna be good for Moon, as his Tree of Ages is actually getting bursted down pretty quickly. In fact, these footmen are doing work to these to this actual tree. Wisp also suffering with the counterattack as well. I mean, all Moon's gotten is a couple of peasants and an arcane tower and a guard tower maybe. Deep Skull is gonna be burned. I don't think that was a wise play from Moon. Is able to kill a couple of footmen in the back end, but he's received so much damage on his Tree of Ages. That's gonna take 100 or so gold and lumber to repair. Archmage needs to be careful not to completely give over the advantage there. He does have a TP staff and TP scroll just in case, so yeah, a little too close for comfort for Moon. He didn't really do too much economic damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-ish, 7, 8 peasants got taken down there.
A player's forces are
which
under
is
attack.
alright, I guess, but yeah, he need to TP a lot earlier so that he can start building those tier 2 buildings. He's gonna do it now, but honestly this seems a little too late, and he might pay for it later on because he is not gonna get a strong enough army to deal with Infi's current one, who, albeit admittingly they're not that powerful, only has footmen. But
players' forces are under attack.
Still, oh wow, Infi's actually going for castle tech, so surround on the panda. This shouldn't be a sack. Oh, Mountain King actually gets a reverse on the damage, and he actually gets killed off there. Panda, what? Panda's actually going to live with 20 health. I have no idea why Infi chose to back off those footmen. They could have definitely got 1 or 2 more hits on the panda to kill that guy, but
A player's forces are under
even the
attack.
Dragonhawk Rider's not even going to pursue. I am so confused as to why Infi is doing this. He sent a couple of elementals to try and do something, but yeah, for some reason the Mountain King got killed. Very weird. It is rather weird to see Dragonhawk Riders and possibly Griffins coming out.
A player's forces
For
are under
Infi,
attack.
we are going to have some Knights, and Paladin's going to come out as the last hero. So this is the more expensive tier 3 army composition for the heroes, for the human player. Obviously the cheaper one is the workshops and all that, but yeah, Knights, possibly Griffins, and yeah, whatever, Dragonhawk Riders to kill the Dryads. Looking pretty good. The only problem is, like, gotta be careful not to get too many Griffin Riders, otherwise those Dryads will completely destroy your army. Like,
A
Dragonhawk
player's
Riders
forces
can't
are
fight
under
back
attack.
against Dryads because they are anti-magic, obviously. That's why you need a good number of those Dragonhawk Riders. So, it's a bit of a weird position to be in. Yeah, Moon is just massing up all those Dryads. Ancient of has yet to be placed down, but I guess it is probably not ideal to go for that, considering that your opponent has a good number of Dragonhawks. Demon Hunter is nearby with the Potion of Invisibility. Sobi Mask gets picked up for the Mountain King, so that is extremely good for him. On top of the Arcane, the Brilliance Aura, you'll get, you know, mana back for Storm Bolts a lot quicker.
A player's forces are under
Of course, the
attack.
downside is it means more mana to be burnt for the Demon Hunter, but you know, you can't. When you're versing the Demon Hunter, there's very little like major wins you can do against this guy. Paladin is level 1 still, but you should get a good chunk of experience from this. Troll Warlord is going to drop the Frame Protection +4. Not too impactful of an item there, but here we go with a fight between these two players. 57 versus 58. Archmage is going to get healed up with the Holy Light, but yeah, the Creep Camp is also doing a lot of damage to the red side. Knight, who is not Animal War trained, is getting almost kited down by those Dryads, and it should fall very soon. Nope, is going to be Sanctuary back home, but who is going to save the Archmage? It seems like he will be forced to use the TP Scroll. He needs to do it fast, otherwise the Paladin is going to be the first target here. Yeah, major victory probably for Moon, despite the supply actually evening it out at the end. TP Scroll was burnt for Infi,
Player's forces are under attack.
and Moon will be able to, you know, have a couple extra seconds of his uninterrupted farming. Meanwhile, Infi has to recuperate a little bit. Does hire up the Zeppelin, possibly for some micro, but I don't know. Infi's actually going to build a couple of siege engines. Okay, so this is the cheaper version of tier 3 human playstyle. Just rush siege engines and rush your opponent's base, which, you know, a lot of people have
forces are under attack.
weird, probably distasteful opinion about, because it's almost no skill. So yeah, if he's gonna do that, he's gonna you know, attack the base while the main army is fighting. He was fighting. They just retreated to buy some time for the siege engine, who is going after those Moonwells. Seeing this, Moon will probably have to make a couple of Ancient of Wars to counteract this. But yeah, 1 or 2 Moonwells will most likely fall. I'm
Player's forces are under attack.
surprised that Infi is actually attacking so soon with those siege engines. Usually when Yumiko liked to play siege engines a lot, like 2 years ago or something like that, I would have always liked it to see him, you know, wait, gather up like 2 or 3 siege engines before starting to attack, but he usually just attacks with like 1, and that just, you can't really do that much damage anymore because he gives your opponent some time to prepare for the next one. Thunder King taking a bit of damage there. It was going to be Sanctuary back home. Archmage also taking a lot as well. Probably not a good idea to start this. Yeah, I don't know why Infi started this. He is seeing his opponent hot on his tail. He is trying to rush this warlord down, get the item, and probably just TP scroll back home. But he might lose a lot for this. Is he even gonna get the item? I have no idea. Triad actually, Triads kill the item, and that is just gonna be another TP scroll burnt for Infi. So nice, quick reaction there from Moon. His Demon Hunter was obviously not gonna get it, so it's better just to destroy the item. And yeah, that was a pretty good move from Moon. Burnt TP scroll for Infi, and yeah, can't get the Kajir's gem of health. So very unfortunate. Archmage could have definitely used that extra bit of health there, but all he did was burn a TP scroll. I mean, he did get level 6 creep camp worth of experience, but that's just not enough.
Player's forces are under attack.
Alrighty, 67 versus 72. Moon is looking pretty good right now. I don't know if he has any upgrades. He is added training on his bears, now just masters trained. Dryads are +1/+1, so they'll do a lot to air units. I mean, we saw how surprisingly effective they were against knights, despite having that rather neutral sort of weapon typing there.
Town is under siege.
Ivory Tower is placed down, probably an attempt to go for another expansion there, but that is just, yeah, maybe a little too greedy for Infi. He needs to secure his Bushin a lot better. Stormbolt just to keep the Demon Hunter off his tail, which is probably not going to happen because he has boost speed. I mean, this Demon Hunter is looking very scary right now. It could be a possible
are under attack.
min-morphs this game. I don't know. Depends on how many heroes he's killed so far. Another mana burn was going to happen, but the Stormbolt will be able to interrupt him a little bit. But that will be a level 3 mana burn onto the Mountain King there. Knight is gonna get Sanctuary back home after he was focus fired by those Dryads. You can see how powerful Mass Dryads are. Seems like a couple siege engines have moved their way to the gold mine, but just way too many siege engines, just way too many wisps preparing that gold mine is preventing those siege engines from actually focus firing that gold mine there. So a little bit very close to the paladin there, getting that divine shield off before the last spears get him. He does have a health pot. Actually, no, he doesn't have a health pot, and he can't Holy Light himself, so he is in a bit of a pickle right now. Uh-oh. Wait, what?
Forces are under attack.
How did we lose this gold mine? That's really strange, because last time he was able to save it. Now he's lost it again. So okay, he might have not been paying attention, and that might have cost him a little bit, but it's only a little bit. He is mass expanding. He's already got his third mining gold base, mining gold mine down, possibly getting a fourth, but I mean, Infi's not gonna let this happen. So, well, actually, this is just an ancient wall. My bad. This is not true life, but cheeky Moon just keeping tabs on whether or not Infi banned or not. 78 versus 80. Both players looking pretty scary right now. I don't know if any of them will go into high upkeep. Cheapy Hippogriff will be able to kill these flyers here. Actually, did it kill a Griffin or did it kill a Dragonhawk? I don't know. It's man, I can't remember what just happened like 10 seconds ago, because that was strange. If it was a Dragonhawk, it would just easily killed the Hippogriff, but I guess it was just a Griffin rider.
Slayer's forces are under attack.
Bear's doing a nice job fending off these siege engines here. I'm surprised he's actually no, he I was gonna say he was having a lot of bears to take down these Sieges rather than Ancient of Wars, but I was wrong. A good number of Ancient of Wars here, and these engines are not looking so hot right now. Another Troll Warlord camp will be taken out here. Honestly, at this point, Infi has probably good power in his army to do a corner camp, but he's hesitating probably because it puts him in a vulnerable spot. A couple of towers here, not going to happen, as it seems like a couple of Dryads will be crashing the party. Zeppelin over here just to do a little bit of drops on this gold mine. Hippogriff able to spot the Zeppelin, so yeah, no way to get out of that. Lewis will have to be brought in to try and get this gold mine alive. I think it'll stay alive. It looks good. I think it looks good. Yeah, it definitely looks good now that one of them was taken down. Ooh, a little bit of a painful thing to see. Moon is going to lose both his Ancient of Laws, which is a bit of a problem, but it seems like Moon's just going to go into Ancient of Winds. Really weird. I don't know what I think about it. Infi going for an attempted attack here, but I mean he's just getting absolutely hammered by these Dryads and Demon Hunter. Huge mana burn to take like literally all the mana off of that Mountain King. Does have Brilliant Sword, he does have 2 Sobi Masks, but again that's just more ammo for the Demon Hunter to burn. Demon Hunter might actually get the kill on this Paladin as well. Let's see how powerful his mana burn will be. Oh, doesn't look like it. But he will be able to meet up with his bears and pick up a couple extra kills most likely. So the Hunter Soul is now destroyed. I honestly don't know where Infi is going with this build order. He has now started going high upkeep, but I can't tell if that was intentional or not. Demon Hunter around is going to force a TP scroll from the Archmage. That will be Infi retreating once again. Infi's not looking good so far. He has a decent amount of gold, but compared to his opponent, he is falling behind.
Forces are under attack.
And I don't know about his army count. 78. It's still a decent number, but most of them water teams now. Not that many knights, a couple of Dragonhawks, a couple of Griffins.
The town is under siege.
I mean, I don't know. Infi's arm composition is looking a little disjointed, I think. But water teams, I guess, is a good addition to absolutely destroy these Dryads, but I honestly can't tell if the double Ancient of Winds were there to counteract those mortar teams or not. Probably not. I don't think so.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, creep camps are still alive and kicking, but the amount of time you spend doing them makes you exploited by another by the other player. Here we go. Level 6 Demon Hunter is going to metamorphosize. I have no idea when he hit the 6, but he did hit 6, and he is going to do a ton of damage to these knights. Probably like to keep this guy, keep these knights healthy. Bears are being absolutely destroyed by those Griffin Riders, and Dryads actually being destroyed by those mortar teams as well. So yeah, that was a completely disastrous fight for Moon to come into. I guess he underestimated or didn't really focus fire very well to deal with all those counters. Rejuvenate on the Demon Hunter there will be enough to just solo the entire army. Doesn't look like it. He's constantly getting stunned, and yeah, he is going to be forced to run away. And that was surprisingly bad for Moon. He's lost about 30 supply, and so did Infi, but Infi's looking pretty strong right now. This might just be a comeback, a turnaround. I always thought that Moon looked pretty good for the majority of the game, but Infi just completely turned this around with those mortar teams, and yeah, those Dryads didn't really focus fire those Griffins. TPs. staff? He scroll, okay, but it just brought a couple of bears and the 2 heroes. Not enough to, I mean, it's not enough to defend this entire army, but it was enough to at least push them away. Finally, Infi can expand once
Town is
again.
under siege.
I believe the main gold mines are now depleted, which it does look like so. Moon does have a slight advantage because he did mine in this gold mine earlier than his opponent. But man, that last fight was devastating for Moon. Yeah, I don't know what kind of armor composition Moon can actually go for nowadays. This time around to deal with this. He needs a lot of dryads to deal with those griffins, but those mortar teams just hammer those dryads as well. Yeah, it's not looking good for our Night Elf player, and it seems like Metamorphosis is just not enough. It's not powerful enough. He wasn't supported very well in terms of items. Yeah, I think that's just it.
A player's force
68, he is ahead in supply versus Infi's 60, but like, can he really stand toe to toe against his opponent's like army? 3 griffins, couple of knights, and a couple of mortar teams. Mortar teams have dropped in numbers a little bit, I guess. So I guess if it stays to like 2 or 3, then those dryads might actually have an easier time. Hippogriffs try and deal with these griffins here, but yeah, only time will tell if this will actually work.
A player's forces are under attack.
Paladin, level 3, Mountain King level 4. Wow, Infi has 3 Sobi masks, which is really impressive. And a ring of regen, so like so much regeneration items there. Another Breath of Fire will be able to pick up. I don't think it picked up a kill on Infi's side. I think it picked up the last creep monster there. But either way, another attack for Moon, and this will be looking pretty bad for Infi actually. He is 20 supply down, but yeah, last time it worked out well for him, so we'll see how it turns out to be. He needs to be very careful of those hippogriffs, and the hippogriffs need to be very careful of those towers. And here we go with this fight here. Paladin doing a nice job keeping these units alive, but Drunken Fire combo able to do a ton of damage to those mortar teams. Divine Shield will be used on the Paladin there, and that will be looking like the last mortar team. Yeah, Breath of Fire will be able to finish it off, and Infi is just losing too much. These bears are demolishing without any griffins to throw hammers at them. We do hear the Paladin getting killed off, and it seems like Panda did hit 6, and Storm, Earth, and Fire for the final fight. So, yeah, pretty drawn out game, but I think it was pretty entertaining, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in game 2.